Good afternoon, everybody. January the 17th, 2020, Redline Nova update. I have gotten a lot done to the car since the last time I posted an update video about 2 weeks ago. I've also got just a ton of really awesome parts in for the car. Obviously, you can see behind me, I've now got a roof, front fenders, and rear quarters. My front fender that came in did have a little ding that you can kind of see right there, so that sucks, but not exactly the end of the world. I mean, there's a lot of body work to be done to the car anyways. So, got front fenders in. I'll come on back and show you the rear quarters on the car. Obviously, they're just very, very loosely sitting there just to kind of show everybody that I've got the rear quarters in. So, excited to have those parts. Really needed them to continue and further mock up the car. Alright, so here's what I've spent the majority of the weekend doing. If you've been watching this build series, you've noticed up to this point I've not had a rear clip on the car. I basically just fabricated right off of the old frame rails, brought them on out to the back end. I kind of needed the quarters in place so that I could hang the tail across the car, and I knew how far to bring the back end of the car out. So I have finally got that done. I was really happy with how my welds came out right here. Those are MIG welds, and normally they don't look that good, so I was really pleased with them. I also got very lucky in that I was able to just tie the new frame rails for the clip right on to the bottom of the old frame rails. It turned out that the height of the frame rails was just absolutely perfect to just mount right to the bottom of them, so it was way easier than what I thought I was going to be doing. Also, this weekend, I picked up something new for the shop, a cute little vertical bandsaw. Isn't it cute? Little benchtop model. I went ahead and ordered a bimetal blade for it so that I could cut stainless steel. You really need one of those things in order to cut the bends and all the pieces that you buy in these stainless steel exhaust kits, to make a custom exhaust. So, went ahead and picked up a little vertical bandsaw so that going to be good to go for that project. Speaking of exhaust, you'll notice that I finally have a stainless steel set of headers on the car. I'm working with a company right now to develop an LS-based series set of headers for this car. I can't tell you at this point where to get them and whatnot. We're not quite there yet, but I'm really happy to be able to contribute something towards the aftermarket with the headers that we're working on for this car. Let me show them to you from the bottom side. I did deduce that I wanted to run a set of flex pipes on this car, and the reason being for that is, of course, my exhaust is going to run through the frame rail right here, so taking the vibration out of that exhaust is really important, hence why I wanted to run a set of flex joints. You'll notice that I've picked up some little flex joints right here from the folks at, what's the name of, now I remember, Vibrant Performance. But anyways, they make some stainless steel flex pipes. These are actually special ones that have something different done to the inside of them to be able to allow them to withstand the exhaust temperatures of a boosted car. So it's not really a standard flex pipe. Has some sort of a lining up in here. But the whole reason, if you'll notice, I'm curious, do you see what's happened here? I have cut the flange off the end of the 4-in-1 collector right here, and I have welded my flex joint right to the end of the header. Now, the reason that I've done that, notice how much little room I have right here, right? It's even a smaller amount of room over here on this side. So basically what I've done is kind of shortened up my header a little bit so that I could get that flex joint back that away, and at the end of the day this thing would not start trying to contact the bottom of the frame rail. So kind of having to modify and do a little bit different set of headers for this car because it's just such a small car. So I have saved the best for last in this video. I told you I got in some cool parts, right? Well, I did. Look at what I got there on the floor. Any bets on what it is? What do you think it is? Place your bets. Place your bets. Let's set up the camera. We'll have a look. Alrighty. Let's have a look. Oh, my goodness. It's gorgeous. Look at that. Wow. That looks awesome! Let's have a little bit better up close look at this new carbon fiber deck lid. Oh man, it really Just looks fantastic. I love that weave look to carbon fiber. Just has a look like nothing else. It's gonna look fantastic on the car. Now I know what you're thinking. I bought a carbon fiber deck lid for this car and I didn't get a carbon fiber hood, right? No, sir. You probably didn't even notice in that first shot. That's a carbon fiber hood on the car. Let's check it out. Now it's worth mentioning that I got a really, really good deal on this carbon fiber hood, in part because it actually had damage to it, to that corner right there, some previous freight damage where another customer ordered it, didn't want the imperfection, rejected it, and then I basically got a blim carbon fiber hood. I was originally going to get one of these that had a like a fiberglass bottom to it and save some money, but I just couldn't pass up the deal to get a blim, because to be totally honest, I'm not that guy that is going to stand next to this car and, you know, pose with it. I don't care if it's got that little blemish in the hood. I think it looks fantastic. A couple things I want to mention. It does bolt up to the factory hood hinges, as you see right there. There are also some threaded bosses in the hood that you can see right there for the original latch mechanism. Fun fact about these carbon fiber hoods, they are not near as heavy as the original steel hood, nor are they as strong. One of the things I recently did was I ordered some Eddy Motorsports hinges for my car. I wanted to do away with these old rickety hinges, and I came to find that the Eddy Motorsports hinges actually have a gas strut, and you specify when you place your order whether you are running a steel hood or a fiberglass / carbon fiber hood. And if you opt for the fiberglass / carbon fiber hood, as I obviously did, they're going to send you a set of hinges that actually have a weaker gas strut built into them. One of the things that I noticed that I'm not going to show you here is if I start pushing on the end of that, pulling actually on the end of the hood there to start closing this car, you're going to notice that hood start to do this and start to bow to the point that it kind of gets a little bit uncomfortable. So luckily I noticed this the very first time I went to go close the hood. I stopped before I did any damage, and I said, wait a second, Ian, these are the original steel springs that are for the big steel hood. You can't do this. Don't violate that rule. So I just let her go back up, and not just that, you want to be careful letting the hood go back up, because if you just let go, it'll go. So you got to be careful with that when you're running original hinges on a carbon fiber hood. This naturally means I now possess an original OEM deck lid as well as an original OEM hood. If anybody needs one of these things, contact me. I don't need them. Another thing I want to show you guys that I picked up from the folks at Anvil Auto. Check out those headlights. Look at that. Just really, really awesome headlights. One of the things I really thought was awesome about these that I'm excited about is this is a halo that goes around the outside edge here that lights up as your turn signal. So we're going to clean up the turn signals on the front of the car, do away with those old ugly looking stock ones that mounted down in the bumper, and integrate them into the headlights. Since we're talking about headlights for the car, let's talk about tail lights while we're at it. This is the old original tail light for the car. Looks like crap, right? I found a set of these things made by the folks at Fezler. They make a really, really awesome billet aluminum taillight. Unfortunately, they discontinued these things. I think they were just too expensive and folks weren't really willing to pay for them. Found a set of these things on eBay and got a set for my car, and I'm excited about that. They look awesome. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to Matt and the folks at Anvil Auto. They operate out of California, and they make carbon fiber hoods and deck lids and bumpers and splitters, everything that you can think of. They make it for all kinds of classic muscle cars. Really cool stuff, very high quality stuff, good people to work with. I'm going to put a link down below in the description to Anvil Auto's website so you can go check out and see if they've got anything that's going to look good on your ride. Probably so. I'm also considering I may later purchase some more parts from them, some carbon fiber louvers that I will add into the hood to kind of dissipate some of the heat from that blown LS that we've got right there. But that's for another day. We'll see. Check out Anvil Auto. So I got a good question for you. What do you think is the weight differential between my new carbon fiber deck lid and my steel deck lid over there? Obviously, I'm adding quite a bit of weight to Project Redline with this custom chassis. It's built out of 2-inch by 3-inch rectangular tubing, an 1/8 of an inch thick. So obviously I'm adding some good weight to it there, as well as thanks to the 4-point roll cage that we're putting in the thing. So I'm glad to be dropping some weight through things like the aluminum engine, and carbon fiber hood and deck lid. So let's check it out and see what the weight differential is. Got a scale right here, little bathroom scale, and we'll get my weight. All right, so I'm 172 pounds. Let's find out what that deck lid weighs. 218. And now our carbon fiber deck lid, 190. Wow, so that was about what I expected. Huge weight differential. The new carbon fiber deck lid here only weighs 18 pounds. There's a 28-pound differential, more than a factor of 2 between our steel deck lid and our carbon fiber deck lid. You know, based on picking up the hood, I'm going to say it's probably about the same thing. Massive weight difference. So that's everything with Project Redline this week. It has been a very, very fruitful week. Lots of sheet metal, carbon fiber, headers, rear clip, everything you can think of. Got a new saw, got some headlights, got a bunch done. Really pretty happy about it. Hope you guys are enjoying my updates. I try and put a video out there about every Sunday to show everybody how the build of the car is coming along. Hope you guys are enjoying these things. If you want to make sure that you don't miss my build updates on the car, click subscribe down below. I appreciate all the new subscribes I get. Turn on notifications if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of my new video uploads. And that I would ask, if you don't mind, click the thumbs up down below. Let YouTube know this is good content that I'm updating. I appreciate you guys. Hope y'all have a great Sunday. Y'all take care.